There, that's better.
All right. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good. Kate, can you check and make sure? Because I'm getting this orientation is locked, rotate device back message.
All right. How do I do that?
No, no, no. You stay. You stay where you are. We may have to move this.
Okay.
Does it want me to do
There
that?
we go.
No, he's
Okay, now you have to move yours again sideways.
Sideways.
Yeah.
Hmm. No. Okay. Like this.
There. All
Perfect.
right. We got
Okay.
it.
All right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lunch with Linda on a Friday. Usually you're seeing me on Monday, but we have a very special presentation to bring to you today. This is Emre Koch. He is one of the owners of Urth Yarns. You know me, it's always an adjustment to get this just right. And we have, I just want it just a tiny bit higher. We have the trunk show in from Urth Yarns. If you've been in it all this month, you have seen it. That's great. That's very good. Thank you. You have seen that the store is filled with, hey Shauna, filled with things from Urth Yarns, and we wanted to talk about it a little bit. So say hello, so we know that you are here. I have a number clicker, but I'm not sure that Emre does because he's joining me.
Hi,
But
everybody.
he is going to answer some questions about the business, and we're going to talk about some things, some of the items that we have in the show. Hi, Gail. Hi, Dale. Oh, I'm glad you guys read the email and are showing up, especially today, the day before New Year's Eve. So Emre, like I said, is part of the family that owns Urth Yarn. And I have known them for a very long time. Emre, I think I met you and your father at the very first trade show that you
Wow.
guys did. And it wasn't Urth Yarn then.
Yeah.
So how did that transformation come
Yeah.
about?
It used to be Feza yarns, and it was, as you know, it was mostly novelty yarns. And at that time, it was like novelty yarns are. It was very trendy, very popular.
And that's what we were selling is right.
Yeah, yeah. It was like they were very popular products, but as the trends change, people's taste changed, and the demand changed. And like for me, I always wanted to have something that's like I wanted our brands, our products to be something that I could wear, like my family could wear, like I could see my daughters wearing. And Feza yarns didn't offer that range. They were like mostly very novelty, like products. And with Urth yarns, we wanted to have something that's just like very soft, beautiful colors, and designs that will be that I could wear. Like I could, like my wife, let's say she loves wearing our sweaters because she's always cold, even though we live in Florida. Yeah, she wears a sweater in Florida. So it's great to have something that's we feel very comfortable wearing.
One of the very first yarns that I think you came out with as far under the Urth Yarn label was the unique
Yeah,
line.
yeah, you.
And it's UNEEK, and it is very unique because it is a self-striping yarn.
Yeah,
I have on the I'm not sure I'm going to pronounce it right, Kozo, which is the cocoon,
yeah,
and this is what happens with the unique yarn. You get this real multicolor self-striping thing.
yeah,
That blew the market away.
yeah.
That yarn that could make these beautiful stripes. How does that happen?
Well,
How did that even happen?
it's funny. Like my, you know, our brand, our business is just like it's full of family members helping out. So our dyer, one of our dyers, is my cousin, and this is back in I think 2017 or 16. He sent me a picture. He's like, well, I'm working on some dyeing techniques, and I just, this is something that I have. Like, what do you think? And I saw the stripes, and I was like, oh yeah, I think that's gonna do well. and we just like Urth started with unique, and the self-strapping yarns of I think we have 12 different colors changing throughout the skein, and the like we dyed in a way that it's always going to look the same. You'll always have the same formula. The robe is going to be the same. So when you start a project and you run out of the skein, you can get a new one, and it's just going to look very, very same.
It continues, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
But
just amazing.
yeah, yeah, it's
And you dyed that on merino wool.
correct. We
So
what we wanted to do with Urth is we wanted to have, like, I wanted to check the three boxes for my customers, which are great price, uh, great quality, and beautiful colors. So I think we check all those boxes, and the the quality we wanted to have is 19 micron, which is very, very soft. And with the micron is the, like, for those who are not familiar with the term, micron is the term that we use for the length of the hair of the sheep. And the longer it is, the softer the yarn is. So um, we wanted to use 19 micron, and that's like super soft. And with the and when you use higher quality merino, the colors become more vibrant as well. So it's like it's best of both worlds. You have something soft, but at the same time, the colors are amazing because the product is so soft.
And from experience, it also really cuts down on the pilling. I have not yet seen a garment made with earth yarn that has come back to us with any kind of pilling on
Yeah,
it. So
yeah.
the color is vibrant, the stripes are gorgeous, the colors are amazing,
Thank
and you get that soft, warm merino that is machine washable
Yeah,
as well. So you combine everything in there. And of course, with the success of the unique line, you were then able to expand into other yarns. What is that process like? And you can talk a little bit. In fact, wait a minute. I'm going to pull one
okay.
thing up that um, not many people understand what the monochrome looks like when it's done.
Yeah,
So this is the sunset pullover,
nice.
which is all of the patterns that we have are available on Ravelry or in the store. We have um, purchased them and printed them all out so that you can get any of these patterns. This is a great pullover in a beautiful pattern, but it's done in one color of the
Yeah,
monochrome. So you get this multicolor effect, but or I should say multi-shading effect,
yeah.
not multicolor effect. So
Um, yeah.
that wasn't this monochrome wasn't the next yarn that you did. The
Okay.
next yarn was harvest, but we also have this sweater done in harvest.
Yeah.
But you can talk about both of
Of
those.
course, I'll start with monochrome since you showed it. Monochrome, we wanted to do like unique is self-strapping yarn, 12 different colors. And what we wanted to do with monochrome is offer some an alternative for those who don't want too many colors. So monochrome consists of four different shades of the same color. So it'll be like a black, charcoal, lighter version of the charcoal. So four different shades that makes up the colorway. And I call monochrome the conservative sister of unique. It's for when you don't want too many colors. That's the one to go. And it goes really well with some of our unique designs. So you combine unique and monochrome together, and they make up great products. That's the sweater my wife loves wearing.
Yeah, this is a beautiful sweater. And this is the same sweater
In-
done in harvest.
yeah,
And harvest is really special because of the way that it's dyed,
yeah,
right? That
yeah.
that it's all plant dyed.
Yeah, that's plant-based diet. We use, nuts, vegetables, fruits, and whatever is available in Turkey for our dyers to use. And the cool thing about that is, like, when you buy Harvest and you look at the color name on the label, the color name will be what we dyed the yarn with. So that one is Cosmic Purple Carrot.
Oh, it is.
Well, I have a few years of experience, colors.
Do you know them by heart?
So
Yeah.
if it's dyed with orange, the name of the yarn is orange, and so on. It's a very fun yarn. We use the same base for all of our unique monochrome and harvest, so that allows knitters to use both of them in same projects. Like one of the great things about our company is like we provide projects that you can use are unique with monochrome or unique with harvest or harvest with monochrome, all of them together. You can like the projects are almost endless.
And that's a great segue into the prismarine scarf, because this is attracting a ton of attention. We've got two of them in the store,
Yeah,
and it is knit with the harvest fingering weight, and this is thuja, with one of the unique
yeah,
colors as well.
yeah,
And you can combine any color you want. We have one done in greens and one done in the black and kind of turquoise. This
yeah.
is a slip stitch pattern. But
It's
this is what Emre's talking about when he says you can combine them. One of the really, really popular shawls was the butterfly shawl
yeah.
that was done with
That put us
both the harvest and the unique. Yeah.
yeah, that put us on the map. I mean, the papillon shawl was just. I remember one of my customers who's only 10 minutes away from our warehouse. She called me up and she says, it's Patty from Sheep Thrills. She said, Emre, I have this like amazing design we saw and we used your yarns. It looks amazing. It's like what do you call stained glass. So
Yes.
got in the car and just drove very very fast, and I'm like, I see it, and it was right before TNNA, but they were still blocking it, so they didn't allow me to take it to TNNA. This was a game changer. But anyways, after the show, we just like took it around, and like every shop that we saw, I will just like, it was funny. Like I didn't have to say anything. I will just take out the papillon shawl, put it in front of the store owner, and they will say, "Let me see the colors." It just
That's
like
what happens when we hang it in the window. It's like boom, boom, boom.
yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
wants it.
yeah,
It's a little bit of a knit, but it's
yeah,
worth it
yeah.
in the end.
It's like the designer Maren did a great job.
Yes,
Like details in the pattern. It's very you have to pay attention, but it's a really worthwhile
it,
design.
it becomes pretty intuitive too. You kind of
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
idea.
I met
So,
someone. It's 16 of them.
oh wow,
Wanted to see different combinations.
all kinds of different
Yeah,
combinations. It almost doesn't matter what colors you put together. That thing is
I know.
stunning and
I
beautiful.
I
It
know.
doesn't matter. Um, how many or how do I put this? Who in your family is involved in the business? Is everybody?
Almost everybody.
Is it given? When you're born, you sign a contract?
Yeah, I know. My daughters have to like do a certain, but
Exactly.
well, my brothers. I have two brothers, younger. Three of us founded the brand. In the beginning, my mom was like helping with colors and all, and then my father was, I'm sure you met him,
Yeah.
uh, was our longtime salesman. He's
Salesman, yes.
retiring right now, and he's like I always say about my dad. I told my daughters my dad's, not that he knows, favorite song is Johnny Cash's "I've Been Everywhere, Man," and because he really he's been to 48 states, except for like not Alaska and Hawaii, but he really has been everywhere in the United States. And he was in England a few months ago with one of our sales team members. Like he was our number one salesman for all those years. And besides that, let's say my younger brother does all the photography. He's the head,
Wow.
yeah, he's the head of our the website marketing, the design team. He works with them. Efe. Emir, my other brother, middle brother, he's responsible for production. So he's the one who makes sure that we ship on time, because I mean, compared to almost every other hand dyeing company, I think we ship the fastest. You don't have to wait with us. You place an order, it will go out the door next day,
And
probably.
And I can vouch for that. Having placed orders, they are very quick to come,
Yeah.
whether they come from Florida or Turkey. Now, is it manufactured? Is the yarn manufactured in Turkey?
The yarn, yeah, the yarn is spun in Turkey. It comes from Australia. Um, most of our products, the yarns come from Australia. The 19 micron. The cotton is I think it's sourced in Turkey, but they're all spun in Turkey. And then we have another yarn that's called 16. It's the 16 micron. It's our like ultra luxurious yarn that we've been buying from Italy. Oh yeah,
Yeah, this is definitely ultra luxury. He's
yeah,
absolutely right. And now this design is incredibly dramatic. The color work in it and the graphic of
yeah,
it is just really beautiful. But when you touch this,
yeah.
you just cannot
You
believe
don't
it.
want to go.
So we don't have the 16 in, but I just yesterday after we talked, I went through the color card and shows all the colors. So we'll be placing an order for this stuff
That's
next week.
that's
And it is amazing. It's just amazing. And we've had this little set, it's a hat and a
yeah,
cowl. We've had it out just as you come in the door, and it has really attracted a lot of attention. Being Christmas time, I think probably 15 people wanted to buy it.
beautiful.
The set.
I,
And I
I
said, tough luck. No,
yarn
no, no.
that yarn is so soft.
It's so
You remember
soft.
the Pepsi challenge that the blind test.
Yeah.
I want to do that with our 16. Like it's not
Yes.
cashmere, but everyone that touches it says like it's as soft as cashmere. So I want to
It's
put our
I think it's softer because you don't
yeah,
have that hairiness or the
it's
fuzziness of
super
cashmere. It is sleek and
yeah,
smooth and incredibly soft.
yeah.
So we'll be getting that. That'll be our new yarn for January,
Oh,
guys.
that's
You'll definitely have to come in and see that.
very happy
Um,
with
and the only thing I don't really like is the name.
that. Yeah,
I don't know why it's so hard to remember. It's 16. Not
yeah,
that not that hard. So the other thing that we love about Earth Yarns is the tree planting thing. So can you tell us a little bit about why you decided to partner with
yeah.
trees.org?
So as we were starting the brand, we're just like all putting the pieces together, like, like our vision, what we want to be. So we wanted to give back, and that's why we named it Earth, and we wanted everything to be like sustainable, and as much as we can, and like use boxes more than plastics and all that details that we wanted to include. Like some things are possible, some things are not, but we wanted to give back, and my middle brother Emir, he came up. He said, "Well, why don't we do plant trees?" I saw this thing, and we dug into it, and I mean, there are a lot of companies that claim they do something, but you have to be very careful. So we did our due diligence and found trees.org and Trees for the Future, and we've been working with them since we started, and our customers have planted right now I think close to 400,000 trees in
And where are those trees planted? All over the place or in one
Africa,
specific
in all
in
different.
Africa?
Yeah, it started with, I think when we first started it was 4 countries. Now it's went up to I think 7. And the beautiful thing about that is it's not just like they're not just planting trees as trees are planted and forget about it. It's like the trees they plant, they create jobs, and they create like they plant trees for consumption, like for fruit trees. It's not just like green tree for shade and like reduce emission, and it's not just that, but it's just like it's serving dual purpose. It's serving uh purpose for people living there.
And I always tell my customers this when I get a box of yarn from Earth, inside there's usually a card that is a thank you card, and it lists how many trees have been planted because of that order. And I always tell my customers it doesn't matter whether you buy it.
Yeah,
I've bought it. And so those trees are going to be planted no
yeah,
matter what. So we love putting those thank you cards up all over the place. And especially when I place a big order and it's like 600 or 700 trees. So I'm like, yes, okay, that's wonderful. Well, that's not the only way that you guys give back. We, like I said, have the trunk show in the store, and you um, hire
Hmm.
women to do
Yeah,
the knitting for the samples.
yeah.
And can you talk about that a little bit? How does that help the
Of
community?
course. Well, our warehouse in Istanbul is, in a like a lower income area, and when we first started, we were hiring, women looking for a job there for making like twisting the skeins, putting labels on, and then it's progressed into knitting garments. But there's a lot of knitting in Turkey, but most women they don't know how to follow patterns. It's mostly like you show them let's say a design, they'll look at it and they'll just knit it. It's there's no instruction involved. So for years we were like limited to more of basic designs, and in the last 3 years we were very lucky to find an American living in Turkey who was able to like teach them to read patterns. So what
Wow.
we do now is we translate patterns into Turkish and teach them how to follow them. So now, instead of just knitting a scarf or a sweater that like one arm is longer than the other because there's no pattern involved, now they can do like more complicated designs, and our ability to make better designs has improved vastly. So in the last 2 years, we have set up a date on every Wednesday. Whoever wants to get a job in that neighborhood, they come and they show their skill, and based on that, we give them a project. It could be a scarf, it could be a sock, it could be
Wow.
a sweater, and so what happened last year is my brother, who's FA, who's responsible, he called and he said, Emre, usually we have 20, 25 women outside, waiting for the next project. There are 70 people outside. So he's like, what are we going to do? And so we don't want to turn people away. So they give them jobs. Next week, again, the same number. And next week after that, again the same number. So now what happens is our inventory of garments is just like going up and up and up, and we had to make a decision. We said, we either stop this and just disappoint all these people that are counting on us for work, or we find a solution to use these garments. So what we started doing is we decided that we're going to send a garment with every order going out, so that way stores have a garment that show what the yarn does, because as beautiful as our yarns are, like unique hanging in skein, you can't tell what it does until
Exactly.
you what like that's oh, you can say, oh, beautiful color, but you don't know that it's going to self stripe. You might think it's just like variegated yarn with nice colors, but when you have the design next to it, then people say, wow, okay, that's what it does. This is the specialty. This is why I'm paying this money for this yarn. It's not only soft, but it's self striping.
Yeah.
So in March 2022, we started to just like give out garments with every order going out, and it's been helping our customers sell our yarn much faster. And that way, we have more business, and we don't have to turn away all these ladies that are looking for a job, because like most of them are not qualified. Like they don't have the skills to work in an office, or they don't have just like the culture in Turkey. In some parts, it's like men don't want their wives to work in an
Mm,
office. They
right.
want them to be home. So we give them an opportunity to take the yarn, go back home. They can knit it while looking after their kids, or when they have time, watching TV at night, whatever. And it's something that they can contribute to their household.
That's wonderful. Is that the woman power part of this?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's pretty amazing. And again, as a shop owner, it's wonderful to be able to get these garments and displays. All of you customers know that when you walk in the store, you love to see samples,
Yeah.
how the yarn knits up, or inspiration even through the pattern. So I'm already knitting more than I can possibly knit, as is Kate. And so it's wonderful to be able to have the opportunity to get these garments and
Yeah.
sample pieces done, knowing that we'll be able to show them
You don't have.
and help people visualize. Yeah, it's wonderful. Really,
Yeah.
really wonderful.
Yeah.
Let me see. I want to make sure that I have all of my questions. If anybody else has a question, hop in there and give us a little
I
shout.
want to show you one of our newest
Oh
designs.
yeah, that's where
That's
we're going.
really,
That you have a brand new model
yeah. It's actually
in
it's the same designer that Abundance Cowl you showed. It's the
this
same
one.
designer,
Yeah.
Yeet John. He's our one of our house designers, and this design, I'm sure it will look much better on anyone else than me. But since I'm here, I'll put it on.
Now,
This
now,
design,
wait. Yesterday, Emre, you told me you had that sweater made specially for you.
yeah, because I just like I realized I need a sweater, and so it goes like this.
Oh my God, is that beautiful?
So
Let's have some likes and some loves for that, people.
Yeah, look at those.
Oh my God, that is wonderful.
The
so
texture.
this was originally designed in our harvest worsted, and it was featured in the Pom Pom magazine. And I said, being the founder member, I said, you know what, I'll upgrade my sweater, and I'll have it in the 16 worsted, so it'll be much softer, and I have 60 colors to choose from. So I picked my favorite color, and I'm hoping to use it to on my sales appointments when I go to stores. That's hopefully I don't know how to display.
No,
Uh,
it's looking fantastic, and I don't know if you can see the comments, but we're getting a lot of good reaction to it, and I fell in love with that. What is the name of the pattern again?
Skyward,
Say that again.
Skyward.
Okay, because it is
It-
available on
yeah,
Ravelry,
yeah,
and I already put it
fine.
in the store's library. So
Yeah,
if you come in and want to see it, we're gonna have it done here. We're gonna
yeah.
have it as a
It,
sample because it is
I really
beautiful.
I love it, and I think it's going to help me sell a lot of
It's
six.
gonna sell a lot of 16. Yeah, that was the first thing I went to. 16 worsted. How
Yeah.
many colors can we fit in
Um,
the store?
well, we have six.
Beautiful.
You can get them all if you want.
Okay.
I won't.
That's really, really wonderful. Okay, so we have this week, Brianna and Kate took the Christmas window down and they filled the windows. You can see sort of how big our windows are back there, but filled it with all of the Urth designs that we've got on display. We've got plenty of yarn in stock. And we can always get you whatever color you want, because as much as I want to carry every single color, it's not always
There's
possible,
a
but we
yeah.
will definitely try to get you what you want. Also, remember, this is the company that does the sock kits, where the little balls of yarn are spun and dyed so that they match. For those of you who need to have socks that are exactly the same, Kate's got one right here, although you can't really see it, but the little balls in there, each one makes a sock, so you know exactly. There we are. Thank you, Emre. He's got socks done. So you get a pair of socks that match from top to bottom.
I love wearing them.
Yeah.
It's just uh, we don't wear them a lot in Florida, but when I travel, I honestly I have to have these with me, and that's enough. Like
Oh, there's nothing like a pair of wool socks on your feet, no matter where you are. Oh, yeah. I want to talk about one more garment that we brought over here. It's not really a garment, but the Ikat blanket. Am I saying that right? You guys, this is amazing. And we had it on this model as a shawl, which worked great. But you're showing the wrong side, dear.
I'm trying to help him.
I know, I know.
time. I do that all the time. Show
So
everyone.
this is all the same color. This is
Yeah,
one color,
one colorway.
um, done in panels so that you get this kind of reflection of the colors that are in it all the way across. This blanket is amazing and not difficult. This is a pretty simple slip stitch pattern. It's like a linen stitch that will do it. So we've got that in here too.
Wait.
Um, so you guys need to get in here and see these before we have to send them back. Because I am going to have to send them back.
There you go.
Time to wear a blanket.
All right. Yes, really gorgeous. Yeah, Eileen, you were here and saw them. All right. Well, thank you so much, Emre, for joining us. I think you answered everybody's questions and certainly stirred up some interest.
I hope so, and
I hope.
my pleasure to be here and talk about our brand. And I really appreciate you inviting me, and we appreciate your
Of course.
business for
Okay.
so
Of
many
course.
years.
Well, here's to a very successful new year for both of us and continued growth. I can't wait to see my 16 order come in.
All right. I'll be looking for it.
All right. All
Thank
right. Thank you, Emre.
Bye.
Bye. All right. All right, you guys. So that's it for today. And I will be back into our regular schedule on Monday. And we will be talking about what's coming up for the month of January. We've got some exciting things planned for that. We're open today until 5 o'clock. And we'll be open tomorrow on New Year's Eve. Shauna, thank you so much and Happy New Year to you too. We will be open until 3 o'clock tomorrow from 10 to 3. So you can get a chance to get in and see these guys. I hope you enjoyed meeting Emre and hearing about Urth Yarns. It is a very valuable company in the knitting world, and I'm so, so, so happy to have a relationship with them. So with that being said, Happy New Year. And if you're not going out, you need to go knit something. Bye.